I should have Terror Fire. Ooh, big mistake, big mistake. Here we are, people, second round of the playoffs. We are up against Sventooth and his Uppsala Umberons. And yeah, luckily we managed to win last week. Kind of a weird game where some stuff got missed, stuff like that, and just Handyman ended up going in, killing close to everything in the late game. And yeah, hopefully that might happen again. But we are facing a strong opponent which made it all the way to the quarterfinals as well in the division where everyone made it to the quarterfinals. If you don't know, from all the 4 divisions, 4 coaches get to the first round. And then, of course, then it's KO system, so a winner there goes to the next round. And all 4 coaches out of this division made it to the quarterfinals. So definitely a strong division. Everyone there, a great contender, and we have to deal with that. So yeah, and he does have a scary team. He has like he has one of the teams with a lot of mons. So yeah, not that many big threats, but a lot of different threats. Like he can go a lot of different ways with the team. But the main threats are for sure, or the main threat for sure, is the Annihilate. This is actually the first time I'm facing Annihilate because in our division no one drafted it. So yeah, it is scary, of course, especially if Rage Fist boosts get out of hand. So I have to be careful not to go for too many weak moves versus this thing. So the Rage Fist just keeps going, gets stronger and stronger. But other than that, I think this is the biggest threat. The rest I can kind of deal with. He has the Scizor, he has the Tinglu, the Amarouge, Kilowatt, Tinkaton, Tatsurugi, Rapska, Iron Thorns, Graphite, Gramblegast, and Gimlet. So a lot of different stuff. Like you could go very setup ways with Scizor and Amarouge, stuff like that. You could go more utility with Graphite, Bramblegast, Rapska, stuff like that. Then Iron Thorns, of course, can be troublesome. I'm mainly worried about the Annihilate. The rest I can kind of deal with. It's just annoying to try and predict what's gonna come, because barring the first 4, Scizor, Annihilate, Tinglu, Amarouge, the last 2 could be anything of the rest of the mons. So I have to be prepared for everything, and that means I need a lot of different coverage on my mons, and yeah, that's kind of troublesome team building. But other than that, I'm hopeful that the strategy we came up for this week will pull through. And yeah, so let's go over that real quick. First of all, Def, we have you here. His team is not that quick. Barring the Kilowatt and Scizor, his mons are rather slow. We have you with the modest, with Timid Nature, Heavy Duty Boots, Overheat, Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. You are one of my wall breakers, since I'm expecting more of a defensive team of his. Like I said, it's not that fast, it's rather bulky, and we want to have strong mons to hit them, yeah, for big damage, so they can't deal with our other offensive threats. And that's why we have you here with the Nasty Plot. Even after a Nasty Plot, you're probably still pretty fast, and you will have trouble revenge killing you. So yeah, just going for +2 overheat will basically murder everything. Tinglu is most likely going to be checked to that, but like I said, +2 overheat will do a bunch of damage to that, especially if you can get our hazards up. And yeah, that's the job for you, Def. Basically just go for Nasty Plot, do big damage to his team, and then go from there. Next up, our second wall breaker of the team. Yes, I bring in 2 wall breakers, like I said, expecting more of a defensive lineup from my opponent. That's why we have you here, Paul, with the Life Orb, Close Combat, Double Shock, Ice Punch, and Revival Blessing, Adamant Nature, Max Speed. And yeah, Close Combat, Double Shock, super strong moves with the Life Orb, of course. It does a lot of damage. Ice Punch there for coverage, for mons which we want to hit with, for example, be it the Kilowatt roll mainly, which resists other things. But other than that, we can just spam electric moves, because Tinglu doesn't like taking the Close Combat, obviously. And Revival Blessing there, just once again as a failsafe to get some mon back, which we need later on in the game, which we might have lost early on. But yeah, these are our 2 wall breakers, Def and Paul. Now for our more sweeping variant of the thing, we have our priority. First of all, in you, Blueberry, Assault Vested, Azumarill, Play Rough, Liquidation, Ice Spinner, and Aqua Jet with some Spadef invested. Not that attack invested, that's why we need the big damage on the defensive mons. And yeah, just as good mon with good coverage versus Team Water and Fairy is troublesome for him to deal with. And the Assault Vest, we are a good check to the Amarouge as well if it ends up setting up. So we can deal with that accordingly. But yeah, like I said, Fairy, very good versus team. The only resist he has is the Tinkaton and the Amarouge, but both of them don't like taking water moves. So yeah, Azumarill, great offensive threat there. Then we have the speedy, bulky Neuvel with the Hurricane, Superfang, Taunt, and Roost, and Infiltrator. I wanted Neuvel for sure, Boomba on the team. So yeah, we can infiltrate if he ends up being a substitute Annihilate. We can still get behind that, and we can O-code with Hurricane, but depending on the set. We have enough Spatek investment on you, so you can 2-hit KO a max Spadef Annihilate. But if it's more offensive, we can even have a chance to OCO potentially and stuff like that. But we want some bulk as well, so we can take the Rage Twits, we can take the Close Combats. Ice Punch, of course, our problem, but other than that, we can deal with that. And then we have, of course, Roost and Taunt and Superfang, so that his most Spadef switch into Hurricane like the Tinglu overtakes the Dinkaton, we can do half damage to that. Like I said, bring them in range of our weaker priority mons, and yeah, just prevent them from recovering with the taunt. So that's going to be your job, Boomba. No Frisk this time, sadly, for scouting, but with Infiltrator is just way too useful for potential substitute on Annihilate. We need that, so we've been able to do big damage to that. Then next up, Flop. You are once again here with the same spread actually as last time, but this time with Unaware, Black Sludge, max HP, max defense, but with a careful nature, so you can take the special hits still and still take the physical hits from the Mons. That's what mainly is sadly needed with all the Mons, which is Psyshock. And then we have Earthquake, Poison Jab, Recover, and T-Spikes. I can't say I don't know, but I hope Grafari doesn't come. Grafari, if it comes and we can get up T-Spikes, this match will be a lot harder, because with T-Spikes we can, like I said, wear down the bulky mons, get a Toxic on the Annihilate, even if it is substitute, and yeah, just wear his team down, like I said, because our priority mons are not that strong on their own. We need all the damage, be it through all the wall breakers, be it through Super Fang, be it through Toxic Spikes. We need all the chip we can get so we can sweep late game with one of those, be it the Azumarill or the mon we bring up next. So Flop, that's going to be your job, mainly there to take all the kinds of hits from the physical or special side. Kilowatt will be a good switch into that as well, because if other than that, Kilowatt can be a big nuisance if we don't bring you. And then last but not least, Handyman. We have you here with a more speed death variant and leftovers Terra typing fire. Oh, by the way, Boomba, of course, you are Terra typing normal, so in case you need to take a Rage Fist, you can Terra normal. We don't have a normal move on you, but mainly there for utility there. If you go for Rage Fist, we can be immune to that. But mainly we want to Terra with our Scizor, Terra Fire, with Sword Stance, Bullet Punch, Thief, and Close Combat. No U-Turn. I have no priority moves on my mons. I don't have Volt Switch on Paul. I don't have U-Turn on Boomba. I don't have U-Turn on Handyman. That's mainly due to the Annihilate. I don't want to give the Annihilate unnecessarily Rage Fist boost with a weak U-Turn or a weak Volt Switch. So yeah, I'd rather double out there, don't boost the Rage Fist, because Annihilate is the big problem. As long as we can deal with Annihilate, I think we can go out of this match successfully. But yeah, that's why I have Scizor here. With the Speed F investment, if I Terra Fire, the Rouge cannot deal with us. We can potentially get another Sword Stance, get to +4. And yeah, Thief, of course, Oko there. Leftovers is there because this is our main switch into Tinkaton as well. So you can switch into that and just keep Sword Stancing, stuff like that. Of course, if the Grafari comes, we have to deal with Encore shenanigans. So we have to be worrisome of that. He might Encore us into Bullet Punch, he might Encore us into Sword Stance. He might Encore us into some kind of move we don't want to be Encored in once we SD'd up, so that could be troublesome. But since he has a lot of knockoff users as well, be the Tinkaton which can knock off, we are switching to that. He has the Grafari with knockoff, he has the Scizor with knockoff. A lot of mons which can get rid of items. So the Thief, I think, can be very useful. Of course, the Technician boosted as well, and we can steal an item from the opponent. And then Close Combat just as another coverage move to have to hit the Tinglu, because the Tinkaton, for example, for good damage. What else? What I forget with Close Combat? Yeah, these are mainly the ones we can hit with that. And like I said, I don't want to have U-Turn on you, even though it would be great for a majority of the mons as well, get up momentum, but the Annihilate is just too big of a problem. And yeah, Scizor, you with Sword Stance or Blueberry, for example, you are win cons in the late game after we broke the team down with our Wall Breakers and Super Fang shenanigans and Toxic Spikes. But like I said, it's the strategy cannot work, mainly if the Grafari comes. I could have gone with another strategy, but then I need a different mon to not come, and I think not hoping Grafari comes is going to be the best bet we have. But this is the strategy we go for in this second round of playoffs in these quarterfinals. Let's win it, get into semifinals, win the 2 more games, and get this championship in the bag. But yeah, that's the strategy. Let's get out of the field and see what we can do. Borussia Donphan on 3. 1, 2, 3. Borussia Donphan! Okay, here we are. We see, of course, Annihilate, Rouge. The Grafari sadly is there. That is annoying. Scizor, even the revival guy. Okay, didn't expect that. Grafari, then revival bug, and of course the Tinglu. So okay, so no Toxic Spikes for us in this early stage of the game, but barring that, I think you are just a good lead overall. So Hurricane Resist is non-existent. Tinglu can taunt. Yeah. I think this is a great lead. So let's do this and done. Boom. So sadly we don't have Frisk, so we won't be able to, so our boy Boomba won't be able to scout out items. But still, with Infiltrator, in case substitutes happening or screens would be set up, which could be annoying. We don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let's see what we see. We do see, like I said, the Grafari is a bit annoying because I would have loved to have Toxic Spikes with this team, especially with Annihilate. Having that like poisoned would be a great help. But we have first to get rid of that. It leads with Herman. Okay, yes, that's a straight up, like I said, no Hurricane resist. And Ice Punch could happen, but I'm EV to basically do a lot of damage to that, so I'm just straight up Hurricane. Straight up Hurricane. Final Gambit. Scarf Final Gambit. Because otherwise that would not work. Okay, so Annihilate, which was a big pain in the butt prep-wise, just died and took my Neuven with it. So, why is it bad? No, it's gone. It's not that terrible, to be honest. Not that terrible. I take this trade. I take the trade. I think I take the trade, but it might be regrettable later on. But as of now, I take the trade. So yeah, and I am gone. So now, what is going to go into Scizor most likely? I want to say, if Scizor is going to happen, I think the best we can do is just going into you for now, and just play rough whatever comes in, because the only play rough resists don't like taking Aqua Jets. Tobble Biker is this guy, yeah. Could even go for Ice Spinner. Like I said, player resists are the Armor Rouge, which is ice as well. And of course the Grafari, which doesn't take it that well. So I think I just player things straight away is fine. Yeah, there's a Shed Tail. I should be able to break this up even versus the Armor Rouge with that. Shed. Interesting. Let's see what happens here. What happens here? He does have the revival guy, so there might be a second final gambit happening with the Annihilate, which we have to worry about. Banksy. Who's Banksy? Banksy is this guy. Okay, so he takes. I should be able to break this up. Barring is like super defense, I guess. Do we break this up? It took the damage, and we do. Okay, good. We break this up. So, what does this guy want to do now? Honestly, I have no idea. I think Handyman is just a great switch in. Knockoff is annoying, of course. Who do we don't care losing the item with? I guess with you, because then I can get up Toxic Spikes, and something gets Toxic. Because everything is on the ground, barring something has boosts. We can do that. It might taunt me. Could be annoying, but I think getting this into a knockoff is the best way. Yeah, there's the knock. There's the knock. There's very little. Knock. So, do I expect a taunt here? I could just EQ. I think I T-Spike. Or I could just, yeah, let's T-Spike. Then he has to worry about something. Okay, U-turn. So, what does he switch into a ground move here? Ting Liu, maybe? Ting Liu might be a switch into that. But versus Ting Liu with Moustache, that's most likely Ting Liu, I want to say. No, it's this guy, okay. This guy. You might want to Revival Blessing something here. Might try to Revival Blessing something here. But Handyman is our switch into this. Handyman is our switch into this. We are Spidef, we have the leftovers. We can potentially just set up on this. Right, Blessing, yeah. Takes the Ape back. Ape is back. And he has Blessing on this. But that's the one Blessing he has. And now, do we just go straight for SD? It's the question. Do we go straight for SD? I think I want to, yeah. I think I want to. See what he wants to do. Let's go straight for the SD. Because no one really likes this. And Rouge, like I said, we have the, like I probably said, not said in the battle yet, but probably said in the prep, we have the Terrifier. There's Banksy back. Banksy is this guy, okay. So he wants to Encore me. I'm assuming. Knockoff. He might have the Encore. But honestly, let's find out if he has the Encore. There's the Encore, okay. Because what you call it? Encore on this. Encore lasts how many turns? Let's see. Because depending on how this works, I might just... I mean, I'll Encore on this. But first, let's check how many... oh, wait. No, I made a screenshot. That's the button I want to do. Encore 2 more turns. So, he might just knock here. He might U-turn here. Yeah, I think just going back into Cloudside is probably the Very safe. Then you get a recover off. Okay, it does have the ENCORE, so obviously we can still set up, try to play some mind games. There's a knockoff, shouldn't do very little. Let's just once you try to recover. There's a U-turn. I made that mistake. U-turn, ENCORE. Okay, one last move he has. Probably a poison move, I want to say. But no taunt, it seems. Moustache comes back. Moustache is you. And I just recover. And what does Moustache want to do versus me? Honestly, not sure what Moustache wants to do versus me. It's the... let's see... Rabska is the name. Rabska is the name. I can just go back into Scizor, I think. Do we know what Rabska wants to do? I am Spit Def. Should be able to deal with this very well. Let's see what he wants to do. Psyshock. Yeah, that should do very little. Yeah, that is like 28, 38, 36, 36. 36 is the math. Rabska, 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 Psyshock, Psyshock, Psyshock. Versus my Scizor at level 50, 36, 36. Yeah, that's a max but like modest one. I don't have U-turn sadly. I do have Thief, which should do all of it with Rabska. Oh, that's +2 in my card. It's of course a mistake. Should do a good amount to Rabska. Just SD again. I think I just SD again. I think I just SD again. I'm fine with this because he might not go back into his Grafari, and the turn he does that he does not do that. I'm good. I'm good. There's Banksy. We SD again. We get leftovers. I once again try to bullet punch. I get another leftovers, and this exchange is fine as it is going for now. This is fine as it's going for now. I'm still trying bullet punch. Yeah, he still plays it safe. Makes sense. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Now I think he will go for the U-turn though. Now he will go for the U-turn though. That's my first turn of ENCORE. Now we will go for a U-turn though. So I could just stay in. Honestly, because this is my... I mean, I'm fine with this. Let's go back into Glossai. Okay, so... I said I didn't got him. I lost 3 HP in that exchange. But I want to see if he's like... I want to condition him. Like, that's the thing. We repeat the pattern at some point. He might try to start predicting. Does he go for U-turn right away? Yeah, does go for U-turn right away. So could have stayed in. But what is he going to switch into here? The bug again, but like I said, back into Scizor, stuff like that. The shenanigans are happening. How much are you doing to the Grafari? Armarouge is the switch in this time. Okay. This time it is the Armarouge. Armarouge with Psyshock. Armarouge. I'm assuming you have Psyshock. Psyshock. How much are you doing? Probably a good amount. If you do have the... Yeah, Psyshock does not... Oh, that's a Scizor. That's why. Bleep, blah, bloop. I think I just go Hachi. I mean, I want to break the Sash if he has one. And this one is useful for what? For the Grafari as a safe switch in. Can be annoying. Just go straight for self EQ. That's a Psychic. Yeah. You should be able to take this. Is he... Let's find out. What is he? Is he the... weakness policy? Weak armor he has. So that's fine. We have Azu. We have all kinds of shenanigans. There's the weakness policy, yeah. Oh no, that's leftovers? That's leftovers, okay. We don't recover again. I think I just go straight for the EQ though, is still. I just go straight for EQ still. We have the Azu, which he doesn't have great switch-ins to. You can just architect him to Revenge. There's now Psychic, that's fine with me. Could go to Chiyu there for a free switch, but with weak armor he was faster than me, so no reason to do that. With weak armor now he is the fastest mon, he gets another ton of leftovers. We go to Azu and I think just throw off a liquidation to do more damage to the Cyclizar. This is only like it's only switch into this. Let's go for liquidation. Let's go for liquidation. I will take the hit from this. It's leftovers, not boosting item. I'm of course assault vested. Aqua Jet is very obvious, but we can go for liquidation, which is won't miss in comparison to play rough, and still does good damage to close to everything. Still does good damage to close to everything. Could have even gone for the Ice Spinner potentially if I want to predict Scizor. So far all good, all fine. Liquidation should do 30% to Scizor, which did not have the Citrus Berry. So it would be coming in on 50, yeah. Psychic again, okay. So we should have gone for Aqua Jet there. But yeah, that does very little. And we liquidate it, and that's goodbye Armarouge. Okay, Armarouge gone. Armarouge gone. Now Annihilate might come in. Final Gambit me. But I think I'm mostly fine. Because I need to weaken a good amount of stuff. But so far, my offensive mons still look very threatening to him. And his offensive mons, this one was very scary and it's gone. He has Annihilate still, but that just wants to click doesn't want to click Final Gambit, then can kill one mon. And the other mons are mostly defensive mons, which I think I can break through with my more wall breaky approach in team building. So I feel fine. Now that Umbreons gone, I can spam fire moves as well. Don't have to worry about that. About like Flash Fire Umbreons, but he was weak armor either way, so not like I had to worry about that a whole lot. Tobble Biker is sent out. Do I just play rough here once more? I think I do. I think I just play rough once more. Don't really know what he wants to do with me. He just Shed Tails, okay. I already know that does break this up on the Grafararai. His last move could be a poison move. But how much is that doing? Azumarill, what is your job? You do good damage shooting Lu. Versus you I have Scizor, versus Grafararai I have... Yeah, with Grafararai I'll probably just click Liquidation because I want to weaken him. To the point, because that's gone, my Scizor can win. Maybe back into Moustache. Moustache is this guy, okay. Moustache is this guy. He does have the Psyshock, so of course he does good damage. This should break this up. Does break this up. So yeah, I don't really know why he did that play necessarily. Back into Scizor, I think. Yeah, back into Scizor we go. Back into Scizor we go. What does Rapska wants to do with us? Bug Buzz we take. You know, one move is very blessing, one is Psychic. One is Energy Ball, okay. We take that, of course, with Scizor very well as well. He wants to go to Rapska this time. Do I double here? I could double. Could pull the double. Go into, for example, you, just to click Overheat with something. Which I think I enjoy. Yeah, let's pull the double. Let's pull double. I'm faster than him, so I should be faster than him, so he's probably not staying in. I just go into Def, get my free switch with that. And what does he want to go into here? Yeah, he does up. Probably the Grafararai again. That's where conditioning comes in. Thanks, yeah, that's the Grafararai. I am slower than this, I'm not Scarf. But. Do I do something? Yeah, I just go for... Do I kill him with Flamethrower? Do I go with Flamethrower? That's the question I want to go right now. He can't do any shenanigans to me since I'm a Dark type. Grafararai. Flamethrower should Oko him as well. But honestly, I just want to click Overheat. Get a kill. Get a kill with something. Tinglu might be a switcher, but Tinglu still takes massive damage from this Overheat. Let's find out what he wants to do. Special attack is reduced. How much does this Overheat do? Kaboom! Yeah, that's the third. So once I get to Nasty Plot, I should be able to deal with this very nicely. And it has leftover. That's good to know as well. So, that we switch out into an EQ. I might try to go for hazards, but I don't think that. I might try to go for hazards. I think I just go into Azu. Azu's not that important anymore. Yeah, let's go into Azu. I need... It's looking like Annihilate. Okay. Annihilate. So, let's go to Azu. There's the rocks. Okay. Rocks on Igloo. Makes sense. But Azu puts a lot of pressure with Play Rough on him. Even liquidation as well. is Play Rough the play, or is it Liquidation? Like the Cyclizar, go for Play Rough. If you go for Cyclizar, I think fine with Liquidation. Yeah, I think Play Rough is just better. Going the Cyclizar. But also puts a lot of pressure on his team at the moment, which I enjoy a lot. There's Moustache. Push down this guy. I think we 2-hit him with Play Rough. Yeah, is that a crit? That was a crit, okay, yeah. But looking at the damage, that should have been a 2-hit either way. Now we can Liquidation. Moustache is gone. But then, if he gets to Annihilate, of course, we have to think about what we want to sack to the Final Gambit, if he wants to click Final Gambit. I should be faster than Rapska for sure. I should be able to deal with that way. Of course, unfortunate crit if you want to save this, but like I said, looking at this damage, if I do 50% less, like 2/3 of that, that's still over half. Whereas if I would do less than 50, yeah. Oh, he's actually faster than me, okay. Psyshock does good damage. And Liquidation, boom. Could have gone for Aqua Jet there. But honestly, I didn't expect to be slow on this. The Rapska had some speed investment. Yeah, definitely had some speed investment there. So, Amrouche gone and Rapska gone. He still has the Annihilate, of course. He goes into Tobbe Biker. Does he just want to Shattail again? If he wants to KO me. Aqua Jet is still nice and faster than Tinglu. If I get into this Tinglu, it's always a problem for him. What do you want to do here? Go for Draco obviously won't kill me. Go for a normal move. I think I just do I sack this? No, this still does. If I get it in with Tinglu, it's very nice. I think you are not that great since Annihilate, but yeah, it's going to you because Annihilate is Scarf. Cryo is faster, Cyclizar is faster, and to break Tinglu, you are good. But to break Tinglu, we have other ways. We have other ways of breaking Tinglu. Body Slam, yeah, that is. Goes for a normal move. Does good damage. We can Revival Blessing on our own. We can Revival Blessing of our own. In case he is choiced, because he did just keep going for Shattail. He is choiced, it seems. Okay, choiced. Most likely choiced. Does go into Herman, okay? Herman is Revival Blessed, of course. Revival Bless of our own. What do we want to Revival Bless here? Do we want to have Neuwern back? Or the Hurricanes? Or do we want to win Florb back? Does him killing Florb, he does the Psychic types. I'm good to provide. Tinglu can deal with me. Honestly, I think Neuwern is the best way to go. I can taunt. Super Fang stuff. Yeah, I think getting Neuwern back is the best way. Let's do that. And now we could try to switch into this if he goes to fighting move stuff like that, but honestly I just want to go for the double shock in case something weird happens here. We have Neuwern back. If he wants to go Final Gambit, I'm fine if changing this versus Paul. If he goes for some other move, we know he's Choice Scarf. Let's write that down as well. Forgot to write it down. Scarf, we know Gambit. Double shock will kill him from here in case something weird happens. Goes for just for CC, okay. Just goes for the CC. CC is another move he has. That means we can go into Mr. Neuwern. Just click a Hurricane. That means we can go into Mr. Neuwern. And good Roost as well. I think Roost is fine as well. Just being safe with the damage, just go for Roost. Just going for the Roost here. If he goes to Tinglu, we can just taunt that. Does not know yet that we don't have the defog. Goes into Cyclizar. Do we live a Draco of Cyclizar? Because he had the Body Slam. How much? It did around half to my paw mod. Cyclizar. Is this banded? Probably not. Body Slam. With my paw mod. There's a Graffarral Bulleye. Wants to probably Encore me into Roost. That's my guess at least. To probably Encore me into Roost, so we could go back into Death. probably is the best way to go. Yeah, let's go back into death. He wants to try and encore me, that's fine. Then we won't be able to do that versus this guy. Knockoff might happen as well here. There's a knockoff, okay. Let's go for knockoff. Tries, does go for knockoff. Now let's go for nasty plot. There's the U-turn. We have no setup for scarf anymore. Okay, let's go safely go for U-turn. And then +2 overheat should do, has a chance to kill the Ting Lu. Turbo Biker. Turbo Biker? What's this? Does Turbo Biker do enough to me? Because this looks like if he's max attack. Scizor. If you're max attack. So you're max attack Jolly. Attack Jolly with your body slam. 50 to 60. Only the max roll will honestly kill me. He could have Draco, stuff like that. Draco will do a little less though. I just go for Dark Bolts. Aqua Tail, okay, that should kill me. Yeah, that's an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail. Okay. Aqua Tail, of course, is annoying. We know his choice. Let's go to Goomba, and now we can start throwing Hurricanes. Which should be annoying for his team. He might just go into Ting Lu. Because he doesn't need it anymore, because my thing is gone, my Chiu is gone. But I think my win con might just be... he has too many Scarfers though. We have to do something about this. Do still have all my priority. Though. Might end up in a sec game. Heck yeah, that's the Ting Lu. Might try to set more hazards. We don't want that. Hurricane, very little. Boom. Let's taunt. Let's taunt him. And then we can do super fang shenanigans, or just spam Hurricane, for example. We can do all kinds of shenanigans. There's the taunt. We beat this 1v1 for sure. Tries to go for Earthquake, does go for Earthquake, which of course doesn't affect us. There's more leftovers. I just spam Hurricane. I just go for another Hurricane. I could go for Super Fang to make it a bit faster. Let's go Hurricane, he has a Q as well. Does he have like Ruination or something like that? Throat Chop. Throat Chop. Q will do 20% more than that, so we'll probably do around half. That's just Super Fang. Sadly missed the Hurricane, which is a bit annoying. There's a Throat Chop. Like I said, if I roost, I should be healing more than he can with EQ. Should go off the Taunt. Honestly, I just want to go for Hurricane because he probably predicts me and wants to go for EQ here. Can get a confusion, that would be awesome. There's confusion, okay. Can we hit him, make him hit himself? Because obviously if he goes for Throat Chop, that could be troublesome. Does hit himself, okay, awesome. Do I need to roost here? Do I want to roost here? I do want to roost here. There's a roost. No, like I said, it mattered of course if he did go for Throat Chop. If he did switch up to EQ, it did not matter. There's a Throat Chop. So might have mattered. I definitely need to go get out of this alive. Let's go for another roost. Then I can go for 2 Hurricanes. Bloop. There's another Throat Chop. Now I'm at over half. Gets more leftovers, which of course is annoying. Throat Chop, EQ, rocks. I don't know what his last move is. Another Hurricane time. Boom. Goes another Throat Chop. Wants to keep me low, wants to keep me dead most likely. Yeah, Hurricane time again. Or do I need to roost because what the monster have which can take a close combat? Not that many. Not that many. I need to go for... I want to go for Hurricane. I miss. Sadly. Okay, I mean, if he did go for Throat Chop, then that's fair. There's no Throat Chop, and sadly I die. Okay. Don't get out of this exchange as I wanted. Don't get out of the exchange as I wanted. Sadly, the prediction went wrong in his favor. So, what I need to do now? What do I need to do now? I need to... I mean, he just wants to sack this, so... Yeah, just going to Azu. I think we lost this now. I think now we lost this, sadly. I mean, bringing the Grafari did ruin my plans in a lot of ways. But I think that's the last game. Let's go save Liquidation. I mean, Aquajet would be safer, to be honest. Because he might be faster than me. Since he did speed creep the bug to be faster than me, he might have speed creep the Jingu as well. So now I only have Scizor left. And Scizor might have a fire move. But like I said, we might be able to still do this. So obviously this comes in. I just want to Aquajet. I just want to Aquajet this. Do the most damage possible. And there's the body slam. Okay. So honestly, he can't allow me to SD with Scizor. He can't allow me to SD with Scizor. Yeah, the Annihilate just kills me. I mean, how much do I... He can't allow me to SD. If I SD, he loses. So he's going to Grafari here. So let's just Bullet Punch. What? Oh, he's not choiced. This whole time he doesn't want choiced. This whole time he wasn't choiced. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. This whole time he wasn't choiced. Yeah, if Shattail would have worked fine. I'll just go PBA again. Like I said, he can't allow me to SD. Yeah, yes, it's hard to switch out into the Grafara boy. I don't have enough HP to lift the final gamut from this guy, sadly. If he knocks me off, he's Black Sludge, so thieving that won't help me a whole lot. Thieving that wouldn't help me a whole lot. So yeah, I think it's probably most likely I can kill this, but then I lose to the final gamut and the Grafari. I played two. Yeah, with Neumann I played a little bit silly. That's for sure. Could try to get out of better with the Qinglu. Around that, the Aqua Tail from Scizor, I could have, like I said, I could have looked at the more what coverage it gets to know that this could kill me with that and don't have to risk the roll. On Aquajet I had good switches. I had the Neumann still. So yeah, yeah, I don't know what he's thinking. He has to go for Encore. Yeah. I mean, he even does go for Encore on me, forcing me to go for Bullet Punch repeatedly. I mean, if I go for Bullet Punches repeatedly... Oh, we get a crit here. Like, if I Bullet Punch the... I might just win this, because I forgot the Annihilate is at half health. The Annihilate is at half health. So, if after a Bullet Punch he should not have enough HP to kill me, then it depends what the last move on Scizor is. There's Herman. Can go for a CC versus me, yeah, which won't KO me. Does he have Fire Punch? Maybe? Maybe he has Fire Punch. Maybe he has Fire Punch. Oh, I should have Terra Fire. Ooh, big mistake, big mistake. Oh, he Terra Steel. Okay, Terra Steel. He Terra Steals. So, that... Oh, Terra Ghost. Terra Ghost to go for the Ghost move then? What is it? Shadow Punch? What is the best Ghost move you have? Terrifying was always the play here. Rage Fist, okay. Boosted Rage Fist, I don't know if that does enough. Probably does enough to get... He didn't knock me off, so I get recovery here still. I might still do this, depending on what the cycle... If Aqua Tail is the best thing he has to hit me, then I might still be able to do this. Aqua Tail is the best he has to hit me. Sadly, I'm not Terra Steel. Like, if I'm Terra Steel, I think I might have won this more easily. But he didn't go into Scizor, so he doesn't have a fire move. He doesn't have a fire move. He would have gone to Scizor before if he had that. So, my Scizor might still do this. Anchor ended, so I can't even click out. I can't even close combat versus Scizor. So it just depends if I can Yeah, it's covered. He has a fire move, but he would have gone to that if he had a fire move. So not Terra Firing make me weaker to Aqua Tail. So I just CC here. Yeah, he just has Body Slam. Do I get para full para? No, I close combat him, and Scizor wins. I did not expect this to win. I totally forgot that the Annihilate didn't only have HP because of Rival Blessing. I did not analyze the Hex in the end because I thought I had lost either way. So the crit on the Grafare might have mattered more than I missed. I missed how much it mattered. Maybe definitely check out my opponent's side of the battle. That was a crazy match. I totally blanked that Annihilate was not at full HP and won't be able to kill my Scizor. So Handyman going in, winning this match for me. Very nice. That, like I said, I'm not unsure on how much the hexes mattered in the end. There was something else. I crit the Raspberry, right? I crit the Raspberry, I like that player, but I don't think that mattered. And then like misses confusion stuff versus the Chengdu, but I don't think that mattered as well since my Norvins ended up dying either way. So I think I'm fine on the hex regard, but I might have missed something, like I said, because I was not concentrating fully on the battle after I still think that I'd have killed everything. But we get into the next round of playoffs. Handyman taking the cake. I love you, my boy. That's why you're my mascot. But yeah, that's all from me. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know the deal. Hit me on Twitter, Facebook, all links in the description. And I will see you in our time. Ciao.